It's okay, it takes time. I know everything.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with another amazing guest. This week, we are going to be meeting our youngest female guest ever. I'm so excited. But before we begin, for those of you tuning in for the first time, Strong is a platform that brings everyday people who want to be sharing their real life stories and experiences. The aim of Strong is to be empowering the youth with real life role models. We want the youth to feel that anything is possible and to begin to understand the steps and the stages that everyday people take towards their light at the end of the tunnel. Lots of exciting things ahead of us. Super excited to have Eva with us today. Eva is 10 years old and she is my youngest female guest on Strong, but she is out of this world inspiring. Eva, I've been following you on Instagram. I came across your profile because you interviewed one of my past guests, and I was just ever so inspired to see the confidence that you had to interview Amal. And she is a professional in this industry that you're thriving in already. And I know that that must have been something super exciting for you, but also probably put you in your uncomfort zone. I think whenever we interview someone that we think, wow, this is somebody that I really aspire to be like or to be around, it always makes us feel a little scared, but you were amazing. And that interview that you did, those snaps that I saw and the captions that I read, and the testimonial that I heard from Amal really made me think, I want to meet this young girl. And I'm so happy that you agreed to be with us today. So thank you so much for joining. And I'm going to turn it over to you. How are you today, Eva?
I'm good, thank you.
It's Friday.
It's Friday, yeah.
So Friday for her is really the day that she is super relaxed.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my day where I can have a little bit more chill.
Awesome. So you've chosen your chill day to be with me. I'm so excited. I love it. Eva, you are just, I have to say I'm a little nervous doing this interview with you because you're an actress and I am not a trained journalist. And I feel like, oh my goodness, I'm meeting Eva. I'm so excited. So tell us about what it's like to be 10 years old, to be an actress, and to be an aspiring actress as well, because it's one thing to do the job and then it's another thing to aspire to do it every day as you grow older. What's that like for you?
Well, it's a little stressful being a 10-year-old and in this industry. It's because
You want me to help you?
Yeah.
Yes. So you want to say that it is stressful, right?
Yes.
And that you feel it is stressful because people, for the auditions, you mean? For the auditions,
preparing
for
for
the
the
drama coaching that you're doing as well?
Mm-hmm.
All the things behind the scenes. So what's happening behind the scenes with Eva?
Behind the scenes is
What do you do?
Well, we do a lot of filming, but I don't know.
A lot of self-taping. And actually, yesterday we had one curtain that we pull up and down for her self-tapes. And we had one delivered yesterday. We changed the color because we had a black background and we thought, no, we want to brighten this up a little. So we ordered a blue, like a royal blue, for her background. So when we do the self-tapes and send them to the US, it looks brighter, I feel. So for example, that's what we did yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And what did you do yesterday?
I'm doing dance camp. And it's really fun. We do all types of dance. And every Thursday we perform like a little show. And there's two groups. There's a younger group, which I am in, and the older group. And so we can show the older group what we're doing. Like we show them our ballet dances, our contemporary dances, our hip hop dances, and it's really fun. Yeah.
So that was yesterday.
Yeah,
that was yesterday. And and then she comes home. You're quite tired after your camp.
Tired.
She's tired. You see, she feels that she loves dancing as well, right? She loves dancing. I think acting is her first passion. And there is dancing, and then there is singing. These three things. And do you feel that you need to like what you're doing? You need to really like it a lot to be able to do it every day for many hours.
Yeah, you need to find like if you're stressful and you don't get like a line correctly and you forget something, I usually just count to 5 and take deep breaths, and then I think of something happy. Yeah.
That is
yes.
So for those of us that I haven't introduced you properly, this is Valerie, Eva's mom, and I know that you're also helping Eva on her journey. What role are you playing in Eva's professional career?
This started gradually. We started 3 years ago when Eva was 7, going to 8, and now Eva is 10, going to 11. So it's exactly 3 years ago when we started this. Of course, behind the scenes, a mom has a big role. My main role that I do is conditioning her mentally. Conditioning her mentally to be able to do her auditions. That, for example, when we have a request for a self-tape from the United States, it's being sent to our manager agent, who sends it to us. And depending on the casting director in the US, we can have a very short deadline. Sometimes we have 4 or 5 days. That's the maximum we can really have, which is like luxury.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have 48 hours. And in those 48 hours, so you have the script, they send you a scene, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 scenes that you have to actually learn, because they'd rather you learn it and act it without looking at your paper.
Yeah, at the script.
So that you can have the script if you want, just to look at a word or two, but that can throw her off. So it's better she learns it. And so, and sometimes you have to do this in 48 hours. You have to get her to learn that those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scenes in 48 hours, which is, it's a lot of pages. Sometimes it's 10, 12 pages. And because she's the lead role, she has a lot of monologues and a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
So to come back to your question, I have to condition her, right? And how does it start? When I receive the script, I know how much this is going to be and how long time we have. And immediately I go to Eva, and what do I say to you?
We have an audition to prepare.
What do I say to you? Do we make a plan together?
Yeah, we make a plan. We not even if I have an audition, before the next day she gives me like a schedule. Like we wake up, like for summer camp, let's say. We wake up, we have breakfast, we get dressed around 9:30, and then we go and dance.
But what for the auditions, it's very important to have your diary very clear, and she has time to play, to unwind. Even if in the 48 hours you're like, how am I going to do this? How is she going to do this? It's important in those 48 hours that she needs to turn around a big audition and learn so many lines that she has the time to relax as well. But sometimes we are spending it has how many hours sometimes?
Like 12, not 12 hours, like 8 hours?
8 hours. 8 hours per day. Yeah, doing this. So, and there is the lunch in between, and sometimes what does mommy do? We have a snack time here on the floor of this very room. Yes.
Yeah. So like she said, we have snacks, and when we're filming, we have a little bit of snacks in between takes. So we shoot one scene, have a little bit of a snack, shoot the other scene, have a little bit of snack, you know?
Yeah, so it is important. I mean, I think Eva, that she feels that she has time to relax and to unwind, although she's always under the pressure that we need to have this delivered. And when it's once it's in the tape and sent, she's done. She's happy, right?
All that stress just goes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you both work together.
Yes,
You are mom and daughter.
we're a team.
Yeah.
We are a team.
Team of two.
We are really definitely a team.
Would you say that at your age that you have lots of friends that are going through similar experiences as you?
I would. I don't have that many friends that goes through a similar experience as I do. But when they ask these questions like, where were you yesterday? I just say I was a little bit busy. I don't give too much information because you don't want to jinx it, right?
The thing is, we Eva doesn't want to brag.
Yeah, I hate bragging.
She doesn't brag.
I hate it.
So a lot of kids in school actually don't know anything about what she's doing.
Amazing. So Eva, I want anyone watching this, I want them to see the 10-year-old, the Eva that isn't an actress. What's it like when the cameras are off, when you don't have a script in front of you, and when you can just be 10?
Well,
What do you do?
I just usually like to paint. That's what I do, or dance. That's literally what I do. I paint or dance, or just watch a little bit of TV. I actually play. I play with my dolls. I know it's a little bit lame now, but like I like braiding their hair. It's fun, and I like to paint. I'm a very good multitasker.
Sure.
Yeah. I braid their hair, and then while I'm braiding them, I paint a little bit and watch TV at the exact same time. It's
What was
She's creating constantly. She's a creative mind. She's constantly creating.
I know that you also have an older brother.
Yeah.
When you two are together, so I know that I mean, I have a son, he just turned 11. So he was 10 not too long ago. I kind of can understand what it's like to be the mom of a 10-year-old. I see them, my children, they're not actors, they're not in front of a screen. And sometimes they get really, like, I look at them sometimes and think, how are you two related? You're so mean to each other. What's it like for you and your brother?
Well,
yeah, you sure you want to get her started on this?
This is gonna take a long time. So, me and my brother, we have a really big age difference. So, actually, we don't spend a lot of time. But when I was like 4 years old, constantly, he would walk in a room that I am in and annoy me. I know. It's called sibling love. They do that because
sibling love.
They enjoy it. Coming from a younger sibling, all the younger siblings out there, to the older siblings, it's a little annoying, okay? But the best thing of being a younger sibling is that when we tattletale, it's over for them.
Oh, okay. I love it. I can see, I can almost see what that looks like. So what would your brother say about Eva if I were interviewing him? How would he describe Eva?
I don't know, actually. I think he would say that I'm a little bit sassy.
Oh, what does that mean?
Sassy, like in a way that I'm a little bit too confident. Like what my mom always says to me, like I raise my chin a little bit too high in like actual real life. I literally walk like this, and then she's like, put your chin down.
Mom, what would you, how would you describe Eva?
I see her very mature. She's extremely mature, very, very well spoken because of all these scripts that she has learned and all these lines that she has learned. So she knows very, how do you say, very advanced vocabulary sometimes. She pull out some words and my husband's like, where does this come from? And she has learned the meaning and yeah, in scripts. And she's extremely hardworking, extremely hardworking. And she raises the bar very high. Very, 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 very high. And sometimes to raise the bar high, and I am the same, to be honest. We do it together.
Yeah.
We do it together.
We're perfectionists.
We try to be. We cannot have anything to perfection. It's not possible.
Like even 1% under perfection, we're like, let's do it again.
Yeah. We try, really, we try. But I always, so to come back to your question, she's very hardworking. She's mature. She's extremely creative. And she's absolutely loving and a very easy child. Very easy and a loving child. She has a lot of friends in school. And she's a leader as well. Amazing. She's a little leader.
I always,
she's really a little leader.
During schools, like in PE, when we pick teams, they're like, Eva, you're the leader. And I'm like, I'm not even good at sports.
So Eva, how do you describe Eva? Who is Eva?
How do you see yourself?
I see myself as when I compare to me to other children, I say I'm a little bit more, how would I say it? Not gullible. Not gullible in a way. Like I'm always happy. I always smile. But I also like being
silver lining. She looks at the silver lining all the time.
I always look I literally go to my friends and she tells me a problem like, hey, look at the bright side on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but if I'm not always like happy, I usually just paint. I paint. That's what I do now.
Would you say that painting is your release? Is it that thing that you do that makes you feel like you can forget everybody and everything and just be with yourself?
Yeah, I always like to be alone a little bit so I can feel myself again.
So who is yourself?
Myself is, like I said, happy. Myself is happy. Yeah. That's what I have to say in creative. Happy and creative. Yeah, that's myself.
That is so beautiful, Eva. What is it like to be a student at school, learning all these subjects when you already know what you want to be doing as a career?
To be honest, I love learning. I love learning new things. I know what I want to do, but I like learning. I want to do acting, but I also love math. I love numbers. I love it. I love numbers. I just love math, and I love learning new things in science. And one subject. My mom knows about this, that I don't really like is reading. And
wow.
coming from an actress, it's a little bit harder.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Although she, as much as she's excited when she has a script and we go through it and, oh, this character, oh, that character is dark, or that character is happy, or there's a comedy, it's a drama, she's very excited, and we go through the words because sometimes she has never heard about the words. So that's actually a lot of reading. A lot of reading there.
How do you juggle it all, Eva? How do you juggle learning the scripts, especially when you know there's an audition and, like your mom said, you might not have a lot of time to prepare? I heard you say when your friends ask you, where were you yesterday? So I'm assuming that sometimes you have to miss school to be practicing for these scripts. How do you juggle? How do you balance to make sure that your academics don't drop and also to make sure that you don't lose opportunities?
I if I sometimes, me and my mom call the that metaphor right there. um so if it's a little bit too much, if I have a shorter deadline, then we sometimes have to call off school. Like if it's on the school day and I have a test and I cannot miss the test, I go to the test, but right after I work. I go home and I work. But I like doing what I'm doing. I love going to school, and I love acting. So I juggling between those two. I always go 50% acting, 50% school.
Yeah, we try not to make a miss too much anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we work around the clock to get these auditions done.
And that's the reality of being an actress. That's, and also being a student. The reality is you have to find that balance. And I think that's what inspires me so much about you, is that you're very consciously aware that there will be times that you have to take a test, and that means that you need to study for the test, but you also really love acting. If I were to ask you, what are your top 3 most important things that you want the world to know about you, what would they be?
My life doesn't evolve always about acting. And one fun fact, I love school. I love school. I love going to school. I love meeting my friends. And I would say another thing is that I like performing. Everybody says I'm a creative mind, and I believe it, because I would look at something like a paper, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna make a dolphin out of paper. And I love to paint. That's another fact. And I love painting because I can express, like, if I would picture the painting in my mind, and then I would just copy it from my mind. And yeah.
Such a creative outlet. Definitely. Eva, I see a young girl who is confident, beautiful, so full of energy, creative, very loving, and a great relationship with your mom. It's very, very evident. I can see the two of you bouncing ideas off each other and almost finishing each other's sentences. It's beautiful to see. I kind of want to be you when I grow up. It's so amazing. I think when I remember being 10, I can't really remember. I was just 10. I was like running outside and riding a bicycle and not really doing anything concrete. When you look back at this time in your life, what do you wish that you will have accomplished?
I want to accomplish getting on the silver screen, and being a well-known name.
A well-known name, yeah. That's what she's aspiring to.
That is beautiful. Who do you look up to? Who's your role model?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Did you know that, Mom, that you were her role model?
No, I didn't know. I am?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. But no, I didn't know. I know that she has favorite actresses and favorite movies.
Tell us why Mom's your role model.
She works very hard. That's why she's mom. She takes care of 2 kids, and and she takes care of my acting, and she's always on top of everything. And it's not just my acting and me. It's my brother and his racing, and it's and I have pets, so it's also that. um,
Four
four
pets.
pets.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So it's that. Yeah.
Oh, talking about pets, my cat is the fluffiest thing in the world. I love my cat. His name is Max.
And the cutest.
And cutest thing in the world.
I don't know. She's cuter than my Kiki.
Well, he's a beautiful ginger cat. Yeah.
He's a gingerbread cat.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Eva, aside from your mom, when you look at the world of acting, who do you look up to? Who do you say, this person is my acting role model?
Wait, let me think about it. Well, I'm not going to list them all, but one of them is Millie Bobby Brown, because she's a very good actress, and she works really hard, and she has her own makeup line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, that's one of them.
How many auditions did she do before she got
11.
on Stranger Things?
Yeah. Oh.
How many?
Like over 100.
Over 100 auditions.
Over 100, yeah.
Following any child stars, because you're 10, right? So are you looking at those other young actresses, or do you look up to much older actresses?
I look up to more older actresses than younger.
Okay.
Because they've been through that what I'm going through right now. So yeah.
As a mom myself, and Valerie, I'd love for you to jump in here. My biggest concern is my children losing their identity along the way to aspiring what they want to be doing. And sometimes I want to protect them because I don't want them to get hurt. What's it like to be you, Valerie, with Eva in this industry? Especially, you're there with her through the auditions. You're there with her when she gets the amazing yeses and then the disappointing no's. What's it like for you? What are you most concerned about as a mom?
What I'm most concerned about? Well, the rejection is definitely there, and she knows that.
Yeah.
She knows that the rejection is part of the deal. She also knows that many actors and actresses have had their breakthrough sometimes after doing more than 100 auditions. And so she knows that too. She needs to have that threshold, I think. And that's, for me, a way of protecting her, to be very honest with her. I am honest about everything. I do not lie to Eva about anything. She knows about everything. Immediately, firsthand, whether she gets something or she doesn't get something. I'm also very honest about her performance. I am her biggest fan, but I'm also her biggest critic.
Yeah.
Yes. So I will not just tell her, oh, this is great, you're amazing, it's so good, this was, I cannot, no.
Eva's like, no.
No, she knows now. I mean, she knows very well herself where she's doing something, where she has given a great performance or not. She knows it herself. I don't need to say anything.
Yeah, I'm like, that was terrible. Let's do it again.
So as you grow older, Eva, and you enter those teenage years, which, you know, Mom, you've had a teenager already, you know what's coming, you've seen that preview. What are you worrying about for her still being in this industry?
She will not. No, I'm not right now. Really, I'm not worried, because she will not be on her own. She has my husband's and my strongest support. We are really here. We are supporting her on every level, mentally, morally, physically, and we try to make it fun. This journey needs to be fun for her. She needs to find the fun in the work that she's doing and that she will be doing along the way. So we try to make it. She needs to understand it is fun. And so we feel that we are protecting her right now. We don't have a worry. For her, she wants to continue studying, is part of the journey, and to get into the university that she wants to get into. Of course, that's part of the journey as well. And she knows the steps that she's going to need to take to get there. And she's had her brother firsthand. She has witnessed that firsthand, and she knows that the work that it takes to make your dreams come true. So right now I'm not worried as such. Maybe when she will go to university, I will be worried because I will not be around her to protect her against all the things that are happening in university and the options that she will have in university, the people that she will be surrounded with. So these things worry me later on.
So you're more concerned about that when she leaves home and
yes,
on her own.
Yes, when they have to start making the choices by themselves. Yes, go ahead.
I agree. Like I hear you, Mama. Because me, I always ask my mom, my mom or dad, if I want to download an app. Okay, I would always ask my mom or dad if I could do that.
Yeah.
I never do it without them asking. I never do anything without their asking.
Without asking them, yes, without their approval. Yeah.
Don't you love it when they're 10 and they really they let you have that mothering and daddying power and control to protect them, because that's what we want to do. Eva, let's talk a little more about being a 10-year-old girl. It's not easy to be a 10-year-old girl. Sometimes little girls can be really mean to each other. What would you say to anybody watching this that might be going through some really challenging friendships? Somebody that might be feeling like they don't fit into the friendship circles, and somebody that might be feeling really alone because they feel that they can't make any real friends at school or outside of school?
To be honest, it took me a long time to find the right friend group that accepts me. So I started since I got into school, kindergarten. I started seeing which friends I really like, and I would always have a good amount of friends. But I went into a friend group that didn't accept me, and I didn't have any other friends. I was a little bit scared. But this year I found the right friend group because they've been there all this time. I've been friends with them, but I never really hanged out with them, and they've been there all this time, and I never actually noticed. And then I got to know them, and they found me for me.
They liked you for you.
They liked me
for who you are, and they don't even know that you're acting or anything.
No. And one advice is never give up. Honestly, if somebody's being mean to you, ignore them. If that doesn't work, then stand up to them, or tell an adult or a teacher or any adult and solve the problem and keep finding new friends. And if you feel a little bit left out, then in that friend group, then don't be a part of it. If you feel anything wrong about that friend group, don't be a part of it. Keep on finding. It takes like so long time to find the right friend group. It took me 6 years to find the right friend group. And that's a long time.
Since K1.
Since K1.
Yeah.
You are just so confident. How did you become so confident? What is the secret to your confidence?
The secret to my confidence is I never care what people think. Like if I wear a crazy hat to school, I don't really care what they think of me. I'm like, hi.
This is me. This is who I am.
Yeah.
You have to accept me the way I am. I'm not going to change because of you.
Yeah.
This is who I am. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's confidence, isn't it? That is confidence. So you
said, I always raise my chin a little bit too high.
I don't believe that you can raise your chin a little bit too high. I think that we are told that we shouldn't be so confident sometimes because it might make somebody feel less confident. And that's more about the other person than it is about ourselves. And I'm really proud that you put your chin up really high. I think in meeting you, I understand that you understand how to be kind as well to other people. What would you say has been the most difficult thing for you in these 10 years of your life? What has been the most challenging thing that you have faced so far?
All my life, friends. That's been the top challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started acting, I find who I am. I remember I've been watching Disney Channel because like that's what you do at 6, 7 years age.
Yes. I love the Disney Channel.
I remember I was in the car going home from school. My mom said, do you want to audition for Disney? I'm like, yes. and that's how it started.
Yes, that's how it started.
That's how it started.
Yes. You met also some celebrities.
I met, Peyton List from Jessie. Emma from Jessie.
Yes, I do know. I don't know her. I know who you're talking about. Wow. Eva, you are just, this is the most fun I've ever had doing an interview. And I've interviewed quite a number of people. It's so exciting to be interviewing you. And I truly love the dynamics between you and your mom. And I think that is just so inspiring and just so in awe of you and what you do. Eva, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be an actress.
Why? Why do you want to be an actress?
Because so far it's stressful, it's challenging, but I really enjoy it, and that's what I want to do.
What do you want to change in the world?
I have a soft place for animals.
Eva, I could talk to you forever. I could talk to both of you forever, but I know that it has come to the time that we're going to start to wrap it up and bring it all together. You are an inspiring young lady. I cannot wait to see you climb in your life and your career. And I cannot wait to see you on the silver screen and say, I interviewed her when she was 10. And I know that whatever you put your mind to, you will achieve. And anytime that you feel that maybe you can't, I want you to look back at this episode and I want you to see the wonderful young lady that you have shown us that you are. Yeah. And I think having your mom by your side through these next years of your life, it is a blessing on its own. And I'm so happy that you are together. I am so happy that you are together.
Thank you. Eva is our blessing. You know how as parents we feel with our children, and she is our blessing. and she's very kind, and she's a very loving child. Before she goes to bed, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I have to tell her, okay, now no more I love yous. You just go to sleep right now. I don't want to hear one more time that you love me. But she can go on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We love each other, but now tomorrow.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah.
And your giggle is contagious, Eva. It's so contagious. I love it. Never stop giggling. Never stop smiling. And that brings us to the end of this wonderful conversation. Thank you so much, Valerie, and thank you, Eva. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Strong is about bringing real people, just like Valerie and Eva, so that we can see that role models are not people that we see that live on the other side of the world, on the other side of a screen. These are our role models. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week when we bring another amazing guest to Strong.
Thank you, Maria.
It's okay, it takes time. I know everything will be alright. The colors will